So, Sporting Lisbon 2, Arsenal 2. We got out of jail, really, because it wasn't a great performance. Make sure you are subbed to the channel. Big up to everybody. We're over 77k now. Road to 80k is fully on. So thank you very much. Make sure you sub to the second channel, Lee Reacts, link in description, along with JEZ'S channel and JEZ'S live soon as we finish recording this. And as we record this, it's stoppage time at Old Trafford, 4-1 up to Manchester United. Kenny Ken 1972 Insta will be in the description as well. Go and check the fan cams out. We won't do the little breakdown tonight. Let's just get straight into player ratings. Not the greatest of viewing, but we're still in the tie. Jez, Tina Turner in goal. What did you make of him tonight? Conceded off the corner. And it's still umming and ahhing whether it was him or Kiwior. Either way, just get it out. And made a great save, which then ended up parrying to their striker. And both our defenders we're going to come to were just ball watching. But what did you make of him overall?
Oh, mate, I'm sorry. I don't want to disrespect the fella, but Butterfingers, butter on his glove, I don't know. Can he not catch the ball? It's punch, parry, never catches the ball. And that, to me, I'm sorry, for a quality keeper at Arsenal is not good enough. I haven't seen enough of the guy to give a real opinion, to be honest, but it concerns me, Lee, the quality of the club that we are, to have a level of a goalkeeper like that, not good enough. If you want me to rate him, I'll give him a 6.
Let's move to right back. Benjamin White, Kenny. Ball watching for their second goal. Other than that, and obviously talk about that if you want, what did you make of his overall performance tonight?
It was okay. It weren't anything spectacular. He's played better than that. In fact, he's playing way better than that. I'll give him a 6 as well. It weren't great. Nothing to write home about.
Let's go to left back. Alexander Zinchenko played a lovely little through ball to Gabriel Martinelli, who should have scored or squared it. Either way, nice pass. Did get hooked. You could say he was semi at fault for the second goal for Lisbon because he was just standing there, not even jockeying, not even pressing. But what did you make of him, Jez?
Yeah, I mean, he got involved with the first goal. And then got into some sort of fracas. I had no idea what that was about. That he pulled the player down. I think it was 50-50. I think VAR looked at it and it was just like, well, it is one of them. I'm sorry. I'm going to say this, guys. I am going to say this. I have a group chat and the absolute meltdown tonight in the group chat. Lee, you remember it. Kenny, you remember it. It was unbelievable comedy tonight. Certain two people in there were just there to stir it. And
I wasn't the stirrer, by the way. I was.
No, you weren't. You've never even looked at it. You've never even looked at it.
And I asked. I'm sure one of them's an Arsenal. I'm sure they're Arsenal fans.
They're all Arsenal fans. I don't have any other. Well, there's one Newcastle fan.
No, but the people. I noticed a couple of Arsenal fans going at it to each other.
Oh, mate, tonight. Anyway, let's get back to the point. Zinchenko certainly triggered a few people tonight, and at the end of the day, he didn't do a lot wrong. Let's be fair to the fella, but I still don't like him at left back. Lee, Kenny, it doesn't do it for me. He's got too many frailties, and I'm sorry, mate, you're getting a 5 tonight.
Let's go to centre backs. Kenny, let me give you Saliba. You said in your fan cam Saliba played well tonight. JEZ'S and I both had an opposite opinion on that. We thought he was shocking.
Well, I think what's
second goal, etc. But
in the second half, I'm not marking his second half. he, like I said, he got his positioning right. You know, like I said, he judged the ball better in a bounce. I think for me, when we were managing the game out, I thought he was brilliant. I thought he really played really well. Don't get me wrong. There's still little things he's done over the last since the turn of the calendar I don't like. However, there are certain things where, you know, I wasn't in agreement with Martin Keown. Martin Keown said it was like he's the leader of the defence and he's the main man. Well, no, it's that Gabriel kind of take over. Martin Keown doesn't want enough of us, clearly. But I thought today, it was an improvement on what I've been seeing. That's why I'm giving him a 7. I liked his second half performance, where he marshaled troops, didn't get outpaced. You know, like I said, he's got his body shape right. But I hear what you're saying. If that was Vinicius or Mitrovic today and he was doing all of that, it could have ended in tears. But on this game today, I thought it was a lot better than what I've seen recently.
No, fair enough, mate. Listen, if you want to cry in the comments section and you don't agree with any of the ratings, we don't care. We're back against Fulham. So just leave your ratings. Let's go to Kiwior, your new favourite player, Jez.
Oh, my days. Oh, my days. Really? This guy, centre-back, and shies away like... Oh, no, I'm not even going to say it. Shocking. Apparently, people were saying he got a call from the keeper. Well, in my book, a central defender, even if he gets a call from the keeper, will still go and challenge that ball. Steve Mould, Tony Adams, ilk. That's what you do. And
if in doubt, clear it out.
What thing is, Lee Kelly, how do these people know that he got a shout from the keeper? How do they know? Were they there?
Well, what they're doing, they're trying to say because he's ducked and left it that that he's got a goalkeeper. But even so, man, in hindsight, if he had eyes in the back of his head, he should have headed that out.
Yeah, debut as well. Like, you want to make an impression on your debut, even if the keeper shouted it. You're in dead centre of goal with a player getting a run on you. Yeah, don't listen to him. Yeah, because if he shouted, and to be fair, I do think he did shout him because when I watched it at full time, the replay, he's looked at the keeper and like, what are you doing? You fucking hung me out to dry here. But at the same time, like you said, just get it out. Yeah, don't rely on your keeper. You're literally 3 yards out from goal. Just get rid. Just get rid. Yeah, just get rid.
Shocking.
But mad.
Listen,
he'll learn from it, hopefully.
I'm sorry, you just don't do that. You just do not do that and shy away. And like he's like that. And that's not good enough. 4. Sorry, 4.
Kenny, Jorginho.
Didn't have an effect in the game. I'll be honest. He didn't have an effect in the game. It's not a criticism of him because I mean, I've been very impressed with him for since he's come to the club. But today wasn't his better games. There were times when I thought he did get overrun when they got in amongst us. And I just thought it was a very, very average performance from him. I have to say, 5 for me.
Jez, let's go to Granit Xhaka, your favourite player. Scored that. Well, I say he scored. It deflected in, but he still took the shot and had a little bit of I'm just going to hit this and hope for the best. Yeah, like a little bit of leadership, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, Granit Xhaka. You can't knock this fella this season. He gets involved, and he got away with it again tonight. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. He was involved, and he did what he did. I personally think that was a bloody awful midfield today. Fair play to the fella, did what he had to do, and he gets a 6.
Fabio Vieira. A lot of people in my chat, Kenny, were saying that he had a shit game. Me personally, I thought he was our best player. Best of a bad bunch tonight.
I thought he was unlucky today because he had a cut. He had a good. He got into positions where I thought he was very clever because there were times when he occupied like I said, the central striker position and allowed Martinelli to go down the right hand side. And he had a shot from distance. Keeper made a good save, and he also had that header, which he got into good positions. And plus, another thing as well, he worked hard. He's swift. I thought for me he was our best player today, so I'm going to give him a 7.
Yeah, I thought he was our best player. Let's move on to somebody who was very quiet today, Jez, who, in my opinion, has been our best player this season, Bukayo Saka.
Yeah, was he on the pitch at times? I don't know what was going on there, Stephen. He was, well, Mr. Waster Man today. Maybe he's coming down with the flu with the rest of the team. He basically didn't do a lot, did he? Which is very surprising for him. He's always in the mix, and great shame.
Always wants the ball as well, doesn't he? But maybe that's the fact that he's so good that he's singled out now. Like, let's just mark him out the game type of thing. And with no creativity in midfield at all today, it's kind of hard for him to get in. I don't know. I'm not trying to make excuses. Listen, it's your ratings. I'm going to shut up.
But basically, he got no support today in my book. I don't think because Ben White was on the game as he has been. He was out there isolated, and I'm not going to slate him because I don't think he got what he needed, and I'll give him a 5. He was certainly not the player he has been in recent games, for sure.
Yeah, I actually totally agree. Let's go to the opposite side. Kenny, Reece Nelson, fair play. He got a start after that amazing goal that you witnessed live. Fair play to him. He got a start. What did you rate him today, mate?
You know what? He got into good positions. Like I said, he showed that he had good feet, put some good crosses in, but he's to no avail. Like when he did try to get inside and have shots and goal, he got crowded out by their defensive midfielders. So for me, I thought it was okay. He wasn't great. I'll give him a 5 as well. But you know what? Keep your head up because we need him to sort of like put this guy to bed because I'm convinced he'll be starting again at Fulham. So we're going to need him at Fulham. And think, you know what? He's got his rhythm. He got his goal on Saturday. Now he's got another game. Yeah, we're going to need him again because I don't think Trossard's going to be fit. So make sure you're ready for a Sunday, and who knows, you might get more space.
100%. Striker tonight was Gabriel Martinelli. He nearly scored what would have been one of the greatest goals I've ever seen. It didn't quite come off because he didn't get his head up. Took a heavy touch when he rounded the keeper, but what have you made of him tonight, Jez?
I think, I love this Martinelli guy. He tries and tries and tries, and you can never ask any more than that. It was not unfortunate. He made a great breakaway. I mean, how he nipped around those defenders, nearly got taken down, kept his feet, went forward. Unfortunately, he took that one touch at the end and he lost the ball. But fair play to the fella. I'll give him a 6, mate, because I'll tell you what, he tried and tried and tried. And again, I just don't think he got the support he needed tonight.
Yeah, let's go to substitutes. Tomiyasu Dino, Kenny, came on, and literally his first impact in the game was to skin about 3 players and put in a delicious cross for Vieira. It was like, is this Tommy? What did you make of him, offensively and defensively?
Tommy knows his score, man. This manager wants all kind of he wants contributions offensively and defensively from everyone. Everyone needs to let it in. Everyone needs to be part of the move. He's trying to, as I said, scoring goals from any creating opportunities for any part of the pitch. That's what Pep does. So that's what we've got required here. But I was more happy with his defensive point of view. I thought he was, for me, the leader in our ability in order to close the game out and make it very difficult for for Porto to make those inroads they were making before when obviously Zinchenko was on the field and when the game was open, he kind of managed the game really and marshalled the troops really well. So I'm very pleased with him. I'm going to give him, I don't normally give substitutes high marks, but because of the impact and his ability to, make things interesting for us next week in London, I'm going to give him a 7.
Yeah, I thought he was really good when he came on as well. Let's go to Emil Smith-Rowe, coming back from injury. He's not really lit the place up in the couple of sub appearances before today. What did you make of him when he came on, Jez?
I thought he did all right. Glad to see him back. He's working his way back into the team. You can't ask for any more than that. He showed some passion tonight, and fair play to him. And I think he did all right. I'm going to give him a 6.
Let's go to Gabriel Magalhaes. I think after we see, Kenny, 3 of our first team defenders start the game tonight and not really rip up any trees, I think we see that this is actually our best defender. After I've said he's got the bozo gene, which he does have. So does Sergio.
Well, but it wasn't done out of malice. It was done because out of frustration, because he was making mistakes, and that was a continuation of some of the errors he was
Sorry to
making.
cut you off very quickly. Do you think that not going to the World Cup so we could go and have a couple of weeks chill, no training, relaxing, family time, holiday? Do you think that's why we're seeing the best of him now? Because with William Saliba, albeit he went to the World Cup, he didn't play, but he's still in that mindset of training. Got to be with the camp, got to be in with the team. He hasn't had that break.
Well, it could be 2 things. I think happened. That as well. Obviously, he want to show the next Brazilian manager, whoever that is. I still haven't named the manager. That right now I'm part of the new generation, and maybe give it time. But also, he's playing in a good team, a very, very good team, where everyone knows their jobs, and they make it very good, easy for him. It's easier to defend when you've got Thomas Partey in front of you, and you know what I mean. No. So I think that's where his improvements come. But you know what? He's happy in his game, isn't it? He can see light at the tunnel. He genuinely believes that we're in a title challenge, and that he genuinely believes that we should, if we keep on winning, win the title. And it shows in his performance. He ain't come off that pitch at the end of the season until he gets a championship medal. So I think that's what motivates him. But as I said before, with players like him, as long as you just defend, do what you do best, don't let the ball bounce, then you're going to have a good season here. Because at the end of the day, he's not just he's defending, but I like the fact that he got the winner against Chelsea. So he's going to do for me. You get the winner at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, come on, big up. What's your rating?
I'm going to give him a 6.
Last but by no means least, Thomas Partey, Jez.
Thomas Partey, came on. Really didn't have enough time, did he, to influence anything? But I love it when he comes on. Shame he didn't start. I think if he'd started, it'd been a different game, personally. So I'm going to give him a 6 because I think what he tried to do was to influence the team. It didn't really work that well, but I like what he tried to do. And I think a 6 is fair play.
Yeah, I agree. I think it just brings a calmness to the midfield. Yeah, it's almost like Partey's on. All of a sudden they retreat and we're more calm and chilled. It's like, let's just slow down. You know how this works, people. Make sure you sub to the channel. Big up for 77k. Sub to the second channel, Lee Reacts. Kenny's Instagram is in the description, KennyKen1972. Jez is about to go live, so make sure you go and check that out. Arsenal history and more is in the description. And we're going to do a 3, 2, 1 countdown and rate the manager. 3, 2, 1, 7.
7.
I'm going to go 7 as well. I thought, team selection, I had no problem with the team selection whatsoever.
Same.
He knew that we were playing a team that should be, by all rights, should have been playing in the last 16. Only they know how they contrived to mess it up. Played against some dangerous players, and mixed up a bit. And he finally understood the that word beginning with R called rotation. So when he rotates and he doesn't just play on the kids, he uses his brain today, because normally, right, and I said this before, in the group stages, the teams we're playing were just pitiful, useless. But this is a step up now. This is a team that should, was in the Champions League, but somehow found themselves in the Europa League. And we're only going to be playing good teams now. So he has to have experience, and if we get past the quarterfinal stage, strong teams now. I'm not adverse to Turner playing in goal because, he played all right. He was okay in the FA Cup matches, and he's definitely played well against Man City in the losing course. So, it's one of those things, isn't it? But I can't see him playing Ramsdale in any of the cup games. I think he feels that he's going to owe Turner some matches. So if you want Ramsdale to play in any of the matches in the Europa League, it's just falling deaf ears, just like Unai Emery did with Petr Cech. Goalkeepers for the cup and goalkeepers for the league. Unless it's Champions League, Ramsdale wouldn't be playing.
100%. Listen, we'll be back again at the weekend against Fulham. Kenny's going to be at the game. Big up to everybody, excuse me, who's watched. Make sure you subscribe, like, share all of that good content. Links in description. And yeah, man, listen, it weren't the worst performance we've seen, but it weren't great. And we're still in the tie. That's all we can hope for. Away from home against a good footballing team. I'll be back again tomorrow at 1 p.m. UK time. Until then, we're out of here, people. Laters.